你看，你看，它盯着我。
太香了，
这肉太肥了，我的。
哎呀，昨天才那个嘞，昨天大家哇哇叫。哦，你扣没？哎呀呀呀呀！昨天
你到你头发上去了，走，赶紧走。
我想是。
哎呀，你能拎得动啊？
我就是这样子。
哎呀，
主要就是人也太矮。
你拿这个，我来拎这个，来。
对，可以。如果人高一点的话就好了。对，我只能够慢慢。
你的劲还是不小。我去跟他讲。Jericho, I want to talk to you. Yeah. I make big trouble for you.
I don't think we'll get it.
Really?
Well, whatever happens, it's in the Lord's hands. It's in the Lord's hands. See what happens, man. She says everybody assaults her.
Mm-hmm.
How many times we heard that out of her?
放在这儿吧，这里可能是一个好的店。哎呀，这是全世界这样。OK。
So I gotta stand there and deal with this? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you're gonna get rained on.
You think so? We have tent.
You got the tent?
No. Okay. Can we set up now?
I'll go help bring it down.
Yeah. Right now? Oh.
他还不怕。其实他昨天就知道了，就昨天其实他在饭桌上已经待了看不这个事情。
哎，怎么还是3点？刚才我一移动一下，它就600-700了这样子，笑不行了。哦，1300。哇！
哎呀呀！
你跟他说了吗？
我跟他说 sorry 啊，他是一说 right。
真想来说，suck，我不知道那个 suck 美国话 suck 是什么意思？
他都没睡好觉。
哎呦，
一直我就睡不着，我就起来祷告。
呀，等一下祷告完了你就回去了吧？
对，我就看看，心一直发慌。
对呀。
就是那个高血压这种。
对，大概又没吃好是吧？
我今天又早上没心思吃东西了，你知道吧？出来的时候，我烧了个红烧排骨给张静，我自己就走了，我都没心情吃啊。
不想吃就越不想吃，就像我这样的。
嗯，
对啊，因为可能就一个食欲没谁啊。他回家，因为他跟我前几天跟我说他准备要回家了。今天9周年，也没有啊，每天你像那个李佳安，你在那个后来那个帽子来家里边在哪里干，他肯定也是在哪个地方干很好。你如果有他去的，你能看到别的时间又会被挤掉。我昨天前天拿了一个忘记拿走了。应该还有可能被他们拿对不对？哎呀，结果这2天又潮湿又什么的嘛，我拿着不拿，
rising, horses running, gravel flying. That's what I've been thinking ever since you walked in. I got a feeling we could get this dive bar talking. Bad moon rising, horses running, gravel flying. How about you and I? Chase a little trouble with some whiskey on ice. Kiss love, pass goodbye. You're my shotgun body, I'm your getaway Clyde. We'll ride this night like a one-way track. Live or die. If you're all mine, I'ma never look back. I'ma never look back. Blonde hair blowing, shadow dancing, lines are blurring. Deserts calling, strangers falling, got me burning. Yeah, I'm liking where it's going, ain't no stopping. How about you and I? Chase a little trouble with some whiskey on ice. Kiss love, pass goodbye. You're my shotgun body, I'm your getaway Clyde. We'll ride this night like a one-way track. Live or die. If you're all mine, I'ma never look back. I'ma never look back, yeah. I'ma never look back. Let's roll so crazy, don't say maybe, say you're all in. How about you and I? Chase a little trouble with some whiskey on ice. Kiss love, pass goodbye. You're my shotgun body, I'm your getaway Clyde. We'll ride this night like a one-way track. Live or die. You're all mine, I'ma never look back, yeah. I'ma never look back. You're all mine, I'ma never look back, yeah. Need a little time off for bad behavior. The devil in me done been asking too long. I need a little time off for bad behavior. It looks like I've been too good for too long. Well, I'm up and gone at the break of dawn. I've been working like a regular dog. To keep my woman in the lights and the water and the phone turned on. I've been saying yes sir all day at work. I've been saying yes ma'am at home. I've been storing up the cuss words, keeping them under my tongue. I need a little time off for bad behavior. The devil in me done been asking too long. I need a little time off for bad behavior. It looks like I've been too good for too long. I've had this number on my mind for a while. I've been fighting off the urge to call. Pretty little strawberry blonde with the southern drawl. The picture said I'm missing me. And I need to renew my friendship with Jim Beam. The devil in me done been asking too long. I need a little time off for bad behavior. It looks like I've been too good for too long.
good day?
This time I had a very busy day. I was in Virginia actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, taking care of my stuff. Yes, Daddy. I said,
Happy belated birthday, ma'am. How are you? I'm good, but I just we're about to pray at the vigil. So can I call you afterwards? Okay, all right. You have a good weekend. Love you too.
Yeah, we look pretty scruffy.
look at the coffee cups. The coffee. Oh, I just okay, thank you.
You're not go home?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Really here, yeah.
We were in Safeway. If you are not home, we can invite you.
Nice hat you got there, yeah.
Oh yeah, nice hat too. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. That's it. Always.
All colors up there.
Yeah.
Pray. Come on, y'all. Let's get some Jesus. Dwight's gonna pray for us tonight. He's awesome at it. He's much better than me, anyway.
It's not a competition.
No, it's not. The words are more eloquent, I should say.
That's great.
Yes. Let's pray for protection, for health, for endurance, and most of all, we ask the Father to give us tenacity, the courage to fight the fight, the endurance to run the race, and the faith to hold in the belief that our God, the creator of the universe, He will have justice. He will send His truth and justice into this world, a world that is full of deceit, full of lies, and full of hatred. And that is not from our Father. But we as His children are His representative on earth. And we stand with the Father to see that His will is done on earth as it is in heaven. We raise up this evening to you and raise up each J6 to you, here and around the country. We ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Well, hopefully the rain will hold off and we'll just have some really nice breeze for a couple hours. But if it doesn't, you know, we're always prepared. So we got our tents and we'll stay dry mostly. Yeah, so Nicole and Mickey have traveled to Florida. They are landed safe and sound in the Citrus County, and they will be at that speaking event tomorrow. So we wish them all the luck. So I'm sorry, y'all, but you're stuck with me tonight, and we'll just make it through the best we can.
As long as you play the music. So you guys call that
Wayne low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Wayne low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels are coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Rainbow, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Rainbow, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Just seems to be a bad year.
I'm sometimes up and sometimes down, and sometimes I feel alone. But I know my soul is heavenly bound. One day Jesus gonna carry me home. Rainbow, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Rainbow, sweet chariot, chariot coming for to carry me home.
The chosen one.
Sweet chariot coming for to carry me.
Thank you.
Sweet chariot coming for to carry me home. Sweet chariot coming for to carry me. Coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home.
Yeah. Burrito people, support the Trump. How to say burrito people? One word. Brilliant,
Oh, brilliant?
right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
brilliant people, right?
yeah,
Okay. Brilliant.
brilliant.
Support the Trump.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stalking right now. Yeah. I don't know if maybe a bird somewhere there. You don't know Trump is stalking right now. We're around. My friend has him here. Oh, he's gonna talk soon. He's the basketball guy. Around in South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Let me ask my friend if he already spoke. How's it going? So inmates arriving in the jail, first thing they see, no father. Oh yeah.
希望有人 因为希望没有人看。
他有一个男孩子看。
Have you been to Jesus for the cleansing power? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you fully trusting in His grace?
But in the room, right? Yeah. So you guys got this flag.
Hello, hello. Hey, Sammy, it's Matt.
Hey Matt, how are you?
Doing good. Actually, I'm exhausted. This past 24 hours has been just really, really exhausting. I don't know if you guys heard, but shortly after I got off the phone with you yesterday, we got word that the Proud Boys were being moved.
Right.
Which is what happens after sentencing. There's a period of time, and then they get sort of taken out of the Patriot Pod here, and then they go to their BOP facility, wherever they've been assigned. But what was weird about that is that almost never happens on a Thursday night. As a matter of fact, no one knew of an instance when that happened like that. And usually there's a considerable lag between the sentencing and the movement, right? So it's usually about 30 days.
Yeah,
So within 30 days. Yeah. So, they all night, it's kind of emotional because, we really, feel bad for the Proud Boys. I mean, we're all getting treated bad by the legal system, but I mean, they're kind of at the tip of the spear in that regard. The ridiculously long sentences, the haranguing by the judges, the treatment in the media. So they have a lot of sympathy and a lot of respect from us here in the DC Gulag. And it's emotional watching them sort of pack up and ship off. And, we tried to send them off as best as we could. It was a shocking thing that happened. And now they're back. It's just like, it never happens because it doesn't happen. Apparently, someone jumped the gun on sending them out, and they weren't supposed to go. So they got out processed, and then they got in processed, all in one day. And in the process of processing, they lost the personal effects in their clothes. So they had to get new personal effects in their clothes, and we had to give them the commissary back. They had commissary, but it was that never happened, right? So very unusual case, and everyone's wondering why it happened. People think that it might have been Enrique Barrio talking to Gateway Pundit in that interview, which had congressional repercussions, and maybe someone got mad and just decided to get him out of there now. Or it could have been someone here in the jail saying, let's these guys might need to get rid of them. I think that's a little hard to believe. There's 5 high-profile defendants. Generally, I would say that they're not problems. They're not problem inmates. They don't cause a lot of issues inside the jail. So it's not like they're sick of them. So I suspect that whoever thought that this was a good idea didn't fully understand the process. So it could have been someone at the jail, or maybe, possibly, someone in Congress, like Nancy Pelosi, maybe. That's just a theory on my part. evidence of that, but it feels like something a congressman would say, like, oh, get them out of there, you know, just do it tonight. And the jail would try to comply without realizing that the judge has to still sign off on that kind of stuff.
Right. Well, and you know,
prison needs to know where they have to go.
The other facility has to accept them as well. And I don't
Right,
think Philly wants
right.
them, so that has to be sorted out as well. But I think part of the main reason that they're trying to get them out of here so quickly is because they are outspoken. They do get on the phone and talk to people about their truth, and they are considered leaders. So the government doesn't want them recruiting new people to their side. You know, kind of the same thing that they did with Stuart Rhodes and Kelly Meggs. You know, at that time we were out of different Oregon, so she immediately put them in solitary confinement.
Right.
You know, I think it was within 24 hours of them getting sentenced. And they were still here for
Right.
weeks, just in solitary confinement. So I'm glad that that wasn't the case with the Proud Boys. And I hear that they may be going to Lewisburg. And quite frankly, Lewisburg is a good facility. They, you know, they follow the rules and they treat people humanely. So that is the very least we can ask, and that's what they do. They do their job. So, you know, I don't think we have ever really had a complaint out of Lewisburg.
Oh, okay. Okay. What you've heard out of Lewisburg is not what I've heard out of Lewisburg. So, maybe they were talking about a different Pennsylvania facility, but yeah, I heard that it wasn't an ideal location. They might have been talking about it.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's an ideal location. I'm just saying that as far as prisons go, with the guards, the COs, the way they get treated by other inmates, they were really treated well at Lewisburg. Professionally, I should say. I wouldn't say well. I should say professionally. I actually was going out there every weekend, having a vigil out there on Saturday nights. This still happens with other patriots. And I was visiting every weekend, you know, my own husband who was out there. So I got to talk to
thank you for doing that.
And got to know several of the COs, and they're just, you know, normal people that have a job to do, and they didn't mistreat our men. So, you know, I couldn't ask for anything really more than them to just do their jobs, and that's what they did. So.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And at least, you know, at Lewisburg, I mean, it's boring there because there really isn't anything to do.
How's it going?
Per se. It's a medium security, so it's not quite maximum security, but it's not a camp either. With it, you have
good to see you. You're always here.
No J6 was good.
Try to. Yeah, I saw your picture yesterday with a flag.
You know, as far as prisons go, I can't say too much bad about Lewisburg. I've heard a bunch of horror stories about some other places that really do, you know, like to torture our guys. So,
right, yeah.
You know, and they, you know, the food at Lewisburg isn't bad. They get to go outside every day and go to the gym and that kind of stuff. So it's not a terrible, terrible time. I mean, it's obviously awful because it's prison, but you know, your human rights aren't being violated every other second.
Yeah, but it was a really weird situation because it's almost like saying goodbye to a house guest, and then you wake up the next morning and they're back.
Because a hurricane blew through town and all the roads are flooded, and you're like, I thought I got rid of you.
Yeah, it's like, hello again. And we'll have to go. Yeah, we'll have to go through that process all over again, and it's gonna be weird. But, yeah, oh yeah, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And I guess changing topics, the other big news today. I don't know if you know about Jake Lang's hearing.
I heard that his trial was postponed.
Yeah, pretty much indefinitely until the Supreme Court decides to pick up his case, and if they do, they'll have to make a decision before the trial can go any further.
Right.
So he's been incarcerated since January 2021, and it's been pre-trial, not pre-sentencing. He hasn't been convicted of anything, and now it's on hold for what could be 6 months.
Yeah, indefinitely. Yeah, it's a very interesting case. And, you know, they were so close to actually getting to trial. It was supposed to start, I think, on October 10th. And with this...
Yeah, oh, he was getting ready.
Yeah, and with everything going up to the Supreme Court, what I read was that his trial will be stayed until the day after the Supreme Court case is heard.
Right. That is, yeah, it's very interesting. It's a lot to put through. It's not easy to go through trial. I imagine it's even more difficult if you have a side issue that needs to be decided by the Supreme Court in another trial. Right. You're piling up all these legal expenses and all of these legal actions, one on top of the other, and man, what a nightmare to try to keep all that sorted out.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be, and you know, it just adds insult to injury when you think of the fact that he's been in prison for 2.5 years, and how much longer will this go on? And he doesn't have any option of getting out on bond or anything. You know, they won't even hear him. So
yeah,
they won't in jail this entire time until the makes a decision. It's a really bad
3 years incarceration. Yeah, 3 years incarceration. I mean, I think he's probably proven that one, he's capable of fulfilling a sentence if it comes to that, and two, you know, he hasn't caused any problems. You know, plenty of opportunity for that in prison. So let him go out for a bit. Let him have like 6 months or whatever. See, you know, his family and live as a human being, you know, for a while. Because it's been 3 years of it. Crazy.
Well, and not only that, he hasn't been convicted. He's only been charged, and you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And that's not how they're treating any of you guys.
Oh, no. That's not. It's not. Actually, you mentioned innocent until proven guilty. There was an article today. There's one of the ladies who is she's a prosecutor raided by the FBI in California. They pulled like some $60+ million from people in deposit boxes, and they took her money. They took, I think it was like she had like $40,000 she was saving up for a down payment on a house or something like that, and they just took it. She wasn't under investigation. She had committed no crime, and they didn't tell her why they took it. And she's been spending years trying to get her money back. And she had to prove to the FBI, despite the fact that they didn't have a reason to take her money, that she was innocent.
Right. That's not how the legal system is supposed to work in the United States. But the FBI takes it upon itself to do whatever it wants. And that particular police action by the FBI was highly criticized because it looked like a gangland cash grab. Yeah, they were looking for money from drug dealers or whatever, and the owners of that particular facility where the safety deposit boxes were stored were eventually found guilty. These days, I don't know how much something like that is worth, but
you have 1 minute remaining.
She wasn't found guilty of anything. She wasn't under suspicion or under investigation, and a lot of other people had their money taken as well. And there was no other real reason other than the fact that they could and they wanted it. And their attitude was, well, we executed a lawful search warrant. So no remorse, no regret. They think that whatever they did in getting that cash was fine.
Yeah, they were only following orders, right?
Right. Just doing what the FBI does. Okay, well, we're almost out of time.
All right,
So,
we will hear from you at the anthem. You stay strong, Patriot.
Yes.
yeah, you guys too. Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Love you.
All right, see you.
Bye.
Yeah, they didn't get.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting what they're trying to do with these Proud Boys because,
So sick.
and who knows what their reasoning is, then they'll never actually tell us what the reasoning behind it is, but I think it does have a lot to do with the fact that they're outspoken, they get on the phones, they do interviews, they talk to people, they call the vigil, like so many other people that we've talked to in the past, like Barry Ramey. If you remember that he was sentenced and he was out of here within 2 weeks. And I think it had a lot to do with the fact that he was very outspoken about exposing the corruption within the jail, exposing corruption within the court system. And they don't like that.
Yeah.
They don't like it even when it's coming from domestic terrorists like Enrique Tarrio. They don't like that he is given a platform to speak on. And so they want the faster they can get them going on diesel therapy, the better, because that can last up to a month to 6 weeks. So if they're traveling for a month to 6 weeks and are not able to get on the phones, do interviews, talk to people, get their stories out, then they're not able to raise money. They're not able to, in the government's eyes, their stories won't be relevant any longer once they get, situated, that so much time will have passed that, they won't be relevant anymore, and then nobody will want to hear from them. And I think that is absolutely ludicrous. I think it doesn't matter how much time has passed. People are always going to think of the Proud Boys of this movement and say, yeah, we want to hear what you have to say, because we think it's absolutely atrocious what's happened to you, and the government has gone way overboard with this. And I think that is what is going to eventually turn a lot of people towards us, is the fact that the government has gone so hard at people like the Proud Boys, at people like Donald Trump. When they see those high-profile cases and they see these extremely egregious sentences of these high-profile people, then they start questioning things, then they start digging into it, and they realize it's not just happening to these high-profile cases, it's happening across the board. And it's even worse in these lower cases because nobody's watching them. Nobody's looking. Nobody's paying attention or advocating for these guys that don't have, the whole power of the Proud Boys standing behind them. So it is really easy for the federal government to take advantage of these guys, to torture them, to terrorize them, their families. All of us out here on the corner have felt it in some way, shape, fashion, or form. So we know it's real. It's quite terrifying, but the more that they come after us, the more we have to be brave and stand up. The more we have to say, no, we're not going to kneel to tyranny. Because if we do kneel to tyranny, that's what we're going to be left with, is tyranny. And we can't have that. That's not America anymore. Our country will be dead and gone. So if we want to leave anything for our kids that's good and great and holy, we have to stand up now and have, the hard choices, right?
That's right, Tim. That's right.
So now we'll listen to music and wait for another call.
Good speech.
How are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you washed in the blood, in the soul-cleansing blood of the Lamb? Are your garments spotlessly white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you walking daily by the Savior's side? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Do you rest each morning?
Could be. What I do is kind of looks like. Yeah, kind of looks like.
Are you in the blood?
I think I'm better than they.
Are your garments
I do real.
are you washed in the blood of the Lamb?
Okay, there are many reasons. In Brazil, it's more intense.
Are you from Brazil?
Yeah, I grew up there.
Oh. Your nationality is Brazil?
Yeah. Oh, American.
Oh, okay.
Supposed to.
I like both a lot. And we also had elections January 8th. They arrested 12 people. Bolsonaro was a president for 4 years. Before he was elected, they stabbed him on September 6th. And they tried to kill him in 2018. So he was elected in 2019. January, he was already the president. So 19, 20, 21, 22, then 2023 in January, he won again, but they stole the elections just like Trump got stolen. Then the Brazilians went to the capital and they arrested
garments, spotless are they white as snow. Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are your garments spotless are they white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb?
Well, what happened on January 6th is somehow similar to what happened, Tiananmen massacre.
Oh yeah.
In 1989.
Yeah.
They just tried to rewrite history, brainwash, and
Y'all some criminals. It's a message from America that ain't subliminal. Multiple bad cases. You ain't get bad cases. You see a justice system. I want to serve life. My daddy ain't the president. So the feds ain't gonna slap me on my way. This is pure corruption, a political witch hunt. It's the cover up some war. That's all they got to post up. I know what you do to get money. You all think jokes down out our country. The infamous crime bill in 1994, locking up Americans for smoking dope. But your son won't crack. Must be nice when your dad's a big guy. When your dad's a big guy. Must be nice when your dad's a big guy. When your dad's a big guy. Must be nice when your dad's a big guy. When your dad's a big guy. Must be nice when your dad's a big guy. When your dad's a big guy. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Must be nice when your dad's a big guy. 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 Pled guilty to misdemeanor tax evasion. Got a gun charge and probably won't get probation. Big accounts off of Ukraine. Looking for charisma for that dirty chain. R.I.P. the whistleblower. She said you for 10 mil. I'm still in the truck. Grassly got tasted. It's a double standard when you're running with the elite. We got pedophiles in the White House. How can you sleep? It's safer to be his son than his opponent, yeah. It's a sad day for America, but a happy day for the Washington Mafia. Lock him up. Must be nice when your dad's a big guy. When your dad's a big guy. Must be nice when your dad's a big guy. When your dad's a big guy. Must be nice when your dad's a big guy. When your dad's a big guy. Must be nice when your dad's a big guy. When your dad's a big guy. It must be nice when your dad's a big guy. 5 years later, an investigation comes out on some misdemeanor charges, and they try to throw the book at Trump. You know, your dad wrote these rules and these regulations. That took a lot of time, took a lot of people from their families. And you get this grace to walk free. It's the mail.
I get all of it. I get it all.
Don't bother.
I'm gonna come around, I'll get it all. So that way.
I didn't hear this stuff, Dodge.
Record that. Those people are gone.
The hurricane followed you up the coast.
The world changing, but it can't change me. $2 bills to drink and cheap biscuits. No matter what I do, the girls still behave. Heading to the liquor store to get wasted. Rather be a bro soul than a fake man. I came from the dirt blue collar callous hands. Try to live right, but I'm always wrong. So I jump in the truck and play them my lost songs. I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. my soul it burns like the ring of fire. I seen the grand old outfit and I'm in Johnny Cash. If that ain't country, brother, I'll kiss your ass. That cash and gold.
I don't want to take no pictures of it till y'all finish stuff.
That's outlaw in my soul.
I'm sure they already took care of it. Yeah, just check that out.
Oh, I love rock and roll. That cash and gold.
Afraid of the strong wind.
How I get it. I'm just trying to help you keep the confusion down.
I'm bumping that cash and gold. I never wanted fame, I just make the heart. So I stay out late, I'm holding the wall bars. Anxiety is rising like the liquor in my liver. She never understood me, so she labeled me a sinner. River blood's out my veins tonight, I ain't step.
Yeah, we don't
All that man in the ring just to watch him die. And my soul it burns like the ring of fire. I seen the grand old outfit and I met Johnny Cash. If that ain't country, brother, I'll kiss your ass. It's that cash and gold. It's outlaw in my soul. It's that cash and gold. Oh, I love rock and roll. It's that cash and gold. Black sea for the heart of gold. It's the cash and gold. I'm bumping that cash and gold. Oh, yeah.
You're fine. Well, thank you.
Taking a picture of that flag.
So I just wanted to say a few things about some of the calls to action that we've had this week. About Isaac Thomas is finally in the Patriot Pod, so he's with all the guys and they've all hooked him up with some commissary, so he's good. I put some money on his tablet when he gets a tablet, that way he can communicate with whoever he needs to communicate with. So that's good. And then what was the other thing that we wanted to call about, that we called the jail about? We just be complaining a lot. I'm just kidding. We complained so much I forgot what we were complaining about. It may have been about commissary, I'm not sure, but I will say this. On the care package, I was able to order Brian some M&Ms, which is a big deal because usually they're restricted. Moon pies are restricted. Bacon bits are restricted. Most of the things that are good, like chocolate, that kind of stuff, is all restricted for them. I don't know why. So I was able. I did. So Brian is good on M&Ms now. I know that was everybody's main concern. It was my main concern. So he's good, guys. So there's that. But for some reason, again, I don't know why this stuff is restricted. There's a lot of foods on the commissary list if you go and you're trying to order somebody a care package that they can't get, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I heard that.
There's no logic behind it. So they complained about it at one time, and it was changed for like a week. And those items that had been restricted were not restricted, but then the very next week it was right back to restricted again. So who knows? I don't know. I mean, they're just not allowed to have chocolate, or I don't know. But he got his M&Ms. Things are good. He's okay. Yeah. And Isaac is in the Patriot Pod, and the new guy is Eric. There, and the Mr. Beauchene. Yeah. What was his name? Eric Beauchene. Eric, I think. Yeah. So things are moving right along. Unfortunately, the Proud Boys are. It's not unfortunate that they're back. It's unfortunate they will probably leave again by Monday, because by Monday they will have a judge that signed an order to get them out of here. I promise you. They don't want them here. They want them where they can't speak. So, funniest thing though, we have a vigil at Lewisburg. So, we're always just amazing and awesome. And even though it sucks that you know, little jackasses like that guy in the cemetery a few minutes ago wanted to yell his whatever and whatever he had to say. He's a mosquito. You know, he really is. He's a mosquito. Like, he's an annoying thing that you just are like, get away from me, you know, right? So you just don't let yourself be bothered by that stuff. It's really not worth it, because we do what we do no matter what. Whether they're yelling stupid shit from that side of the cemetery or over there on the other out in the world, than coming over here and harassing us when we don't even pay them any attention. So with that, we will listen to some more music, but keep Mickey and Nicole in your prayers, because I know it always makes them nervous when they travel, especially the night before. So I'm sure they're over there biting their fingernails that they just had manicured. So we don't want them to ruin their manicures. We want them to have a nice, relaxing, calm evening where they get great sleep and they wake up tomorrow ready to talk about this wonderful vigil and the J6 community, which they do all of this on their own dime. You know, they put all of themselves into all of this, and it's amazing, you know, the amount of stamina they have, because I don't know, it's a lot, man. You know, all that traveling it's hard, and then you come back here and you go to court every day and you get trampled on, you know, by these judges, and it's a lot, but I give them a lot of props. So let's keep them in our prayers while they are in Florida, representing all of us in the J6 community.
Thank you. We have a good officer.
Keep a rifle by his side.
They'll come out, they'll come back. We do certain we can let. Keep your rifle by your side.
You don't wait the flag today, right here. He's blocking the down to the flag today. You want to do it?
But we must protect our land. Keep your rifle by your side.
My flags are more flexible. You can go this way.
It doesn't look good like this, right? It's not bad. It's better than nothing.
Singing, oh Lord, it's a good thing for us. Singing, oh Lord, it's a good thing enough. When we hear the voice, we know we have no other choice. Keep your rifle by your side. They'll have guns and they'll have kids. They've got money in their bank, but we won't fall as long as we can find. By your side. 300.
Why is such a drop? You know, this thing, we need like at least 1,000 or higher than 1,000. The best is 4,000. Otherwise, all the people online, they will feel buffering. I don't know if this is all this
Maybe it's because of the cell phone antenna. Maybe this might be
now. It's almost
So this here is the president of Brazil. He was stabbed right here in the intestine 5 years ago. and I'll tell you guys a little bit about him. See who ordered the murder of Jair Bolsonaro. It's been 5 years of the stabbing without investigation. See? So I'll tell you guys a little bit about him right there.
Okay, thank you, Daniel.
Hello guys.
300
So I showed you guys a picture of Jair Bolsonaro. He is the former president of Brazil. And as you guys might have heard, we also had a January 6th, but it was on January 8th of 2023. And he won that election, just like Trump won here in 2020. And you know, the Brazilians went there to protest, and they were in trouble. And they illegally arrested those people. The army actually from Brazil surrounded them, and they didn't tell them that they were being arrested because they were not going to accept that. Sent to jail without knowing. So it's a crime. So basically, I showed you guys a picture of Jair Bolsonaro with a stabbing right here in his intestine. And that happened 5 years ago on January of supporters. He was on top of their shoulders. And there was a big crowd in my state of Minas Gerais actually. And the guy came and stabbed him. He was trying to come close to Bolsonaro. He tried a few attempts. So he had somebody helping him and guiding him there. And in the video, there was a person making with his hand, with his both hands, like 10, 9, 8, a countdown for Adelio to come and stab. So it was a coordinated attack, you know. And that man that stabbed Bolsonaro without being known, he would have joined a political party right now. But he got caught, and they caught as well that he joined a political party. So I'll just explain briefly now. So I went around a lot with information that is hard to understand. But that man was going to be benefited by, and that happened 1 month before he was elected. And all the people loved him in Brazil, just like here with Trump. And this was in September 6th. September 7th is Brazilian Independence Day. So it was on a very, very symbolic date. They were trying not to let him participate of the September 7th of 2018, which he would get a huge crowd. And the Brazilians took his word, his name, because he suffered for the country. He almost died for Brazil. And it would be an attempt of murder also to the Republic of Brazil. Killing him, he wouldn't be a president. Brazil would be down towards communism even more than now. And what happened is, 1 month later, electronic voting machines called Smartmatic, that is a cousin of the American machines called Dominion. And there was so many votes, such a high stake amount of votes,
that they couldn't steal it. They didn't steal enough votes, so Bolsonaro won. And it was a landslide of votes towards his victory, but within the machines it was just a slight victory. Well, he won actually from the hospital. He was in the ICU. Like, he basically almost died when he won, when he turned into a president of Brazil. So he was a president for 4 years. He made a lot of good work. He turned down the corruption from the country. He built a lot of things. And then the left was very upset because they were losing their money, their corruption money. And then they stole the elections in 2023, you know. Well, the Brazilians got very upset and they went to protest at the Brazilian Congress on January 8th, 2023. And they were incited by people like Ray Epps in Brazil. You know, they were inside leftist, communist, Marxist, revolutionary agents, and they worked for those, you know, mafias and all that, you know, criminal cartels. Yeah. So now I'd just like to let you guys know that 2 days ago was Bolsonaro's 5th birthday again, because he was born again, you know, after almost being assassinated, murdered in 2018. And yeah, so we're from Brazil. I'm actually born here, but people from Brazil, they have a lot of good feelings for Americans, you know, all the American heroes. They suffer for them, they pray for them, you know, and we really have to be united, you know, hoping that all those people are released. In Brazil, actually, they were released out of the jail, but they are still arrested. But it's been a huge development compared to here. They made a lot of footage, and we need to communicate. We need to tell our neighbors. We need to talk this in the church. We need to talk about this in the college. We need to tell our kids, to tell their student colleagues, their classmates. We need to talk about that in the universities, everywhere, because this cannot be forgotten. You know, those men are suffering right now. The Brazilians were already released, and the Americans are still arrested. So this is something that has to be spoken every day. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, brother.
I need a little more Jesus. I need a little more Jesus. Help me along the way. I need just a little more Jesus. I need a little more Jesus. I need a little more. Help me along the way. Help me along the way.
You got it live? Live? All right. Well, I finally found that J6 we've been looking all over for the last couple of weeks. Isaac Thomas here with me.
Hooray!
How you doing? Good to talk to you again.
How you doing, Isaac?
I'm doing okay. You guys doing okay out there tonight?
Yeah, we got a nice quiet evening. The little breeze kicking. We almost had a sprinkle or two, but then it didn't happen. So, yeah, we're doing good. We've been looking for you. We've been trying to get you up there with the guys.
Yeah, it's been a journey, you know, but it's going for me. It's definitely getting better now that I'm down here.
So. Yeah, he popped up while we were at visit today, so. I kind of figured I talked to the deputy director yesterday about it, so I figured he was getting moved up here. So, yeah, that's the highest rank of this jail. So if he couldn't do it, nobody could do it.
Right.
Apparently he made it happen, so.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Anyway, I'm gonna let Isaac tell everybody about himself and everything, so everybody can get to know him a little bit. So I'm gonna give the lead to him.
Awesome.
Yeah, guys. So I just, you know, most of you guys know who I am, but you know, 20 years old. I'm actor today.
That's you're the first one I've met that's this young.
Yeah, and so you know, I'm proud to be there that day. Still am. Don't regret any of it. I want people to know that for sure. I also want people to know that they still have not been able to break me. My faith in God remains strong, and you know they're throwing everything they can at us, but we're standing strong. Very blessed to be able to be here with others, like-minded brothers and sisters. So I believe that God has a purpose for each and every one of us in this. And I hope Helena and all those guys are down there telling me I said hi, and I miss them. I'm praying for them and all of you guys. I just really want you guys to know that they haven't been able to break me. Not yet, not ever. So,
you just keep that faith, Isaac. Gotta keep it strong.
Yeah, thank you. And, yep, if you guys just keep praying for us, I think that's the biggest thing is keep praying. And I encourage, no matter what anyone says, there's a lot of very good people down there that join you guys every night. And actually, some of the most devoted patriots go down there. So I definitely encourage everyone that hears this to continue to join you guys. And if they haven't yet, to definitely make it down there. And you know, I just keep faith in God. You know, I said hopefully all of this will be fixed soon. And I do have faith that you know this whole system of corruption is going to collapse. I believe that in my heart. And I just pray that all of God's people are protected through it. You know, so.
Amen.
So that's really the gist of my message, is to let people know that, you know, no matter what they throw at us, you know, they're going to tell us that the name of this sick establishment, and it's costing us the freedom in our country. It's costing us our life because so many people have decided to play their game. And so I encourage everyone to stand firm in the truth 100%. And the more that we do that, the more they're going to attack us. But I encourage people to stand firm. And clearly, if they come after you, you're doing the right thing. And so,
right.
At the end of the day, every last one of us are going to face judgment from God. And so even though a lot of these people are selling their souls and they're living a good life right now with money, houses, deals, whatever it may be, that, you know, the establishment offers them for selling out their fellow patriots, those people are going to be judged by God. But the ones of us that stand firm in the truth, and that continue to stand up for each other and don't sell our fellow patriots out. Don't get me wrong, it's going to get a lot worse for us before it gets better, but it will get better. I want people to remember that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how dark it might be right now. So, God bless you guys. I'm not going to keep you on here. I want you guys to enjoy the night, and while we still have our freedoms, and especially you guys out there listening to this, do not stop standing up. We need you guys now more than ever. We've never seen anything like this in our country, and we need you guys protesting. We need you guys having prayer rallies and praying, and really just going all out. I mean, even if there's not a a ton of people that follow me on social media still share the truth. I mean, get it out there, and even if it's just 1 or 2 people that you're waking up, every single day we're seeing more and more patriots start to wake up and open their eyes and see how evil the system really is and what we're really up against. So I encourage you guys to continue to spread the word. We have a chance right now in our history that we've never had before to really save our country and take our freedom back from the establishment. And I think God has put warriors in this position right now. People who, a lot of the J6 sisters I've been in here, have had very rough lives. They've had rough upbringing. They don't come from rich families or nothing like that. Some of them might, but regardless, at the end of the day, there's a lot of us know what it's like to be in the fire, and we know what it's like to be protected through that. And I think that God prepared us each for this moment so that we can take our country back and save America.
Amen.
God bless you guys, and that's all I have to say. Just keep your faith in Jesus Christ.
Isaac, do you have a Give, Send, Go?
Yes, I do. If you go to Give, Send, Go and search it, search Isaac Thomas. My Give, Send, Go is currently ran by Condemned USA, and I'm very grateful for all the patriots that have donated to that. I ask if you guys can please continue to share that. My current legal counsel has failed me miserably, and I'm not afraid to say it. And actually, I think it's appropriate to go ahead and say it. John Pierce has failed me miserably, and I actually believe he hasn't just failed me. I believe he sabotaged me. And I don't believe I would be here if it wasn't for that. I will say Kenneth Evans and Condemned USA has done an amazing job advocating for me. I encourage people to definitely continue to share their work and what they're doing. They currently run my Give, Send, Go, and we're filing an appeal for my bond. I haven't got a new hearing yet, but I do hope to have a bond hearing within the next month or so. I know we filed the initial paperwork, and we're currently looking for new legal counsel. So if anyone has any good attorneys they can recommend, that would be awesome as well. Anybody that would like to do interviews with me, I would love to do very similar to what I'm doing now. Just tell people that they have to help to break me. I still trust in God. That's really the overall summary of my message to people is that to keep fighting. Peacefully but assertively, we're gonna take this country to the people. Whoa.
Sorry, there's a prison bus driving by.
Yeah, that's okay. I would also like to refer to people to look up the Gateway Pundit article that was done for me. They go into the human trafficking that I experienced under the care of the Department of Health and Human Services, how they experiments on me with Fauci-funded pharmaceuticals and the other terrible things that happened to me as a lot of elite politicians on both sides of the aisle lining their pockets off of it. That's kind of the goal. They turn us all into nothing more than barcodes. We're nothing more than a paycheck to them. So I think people are getting tired of being sold into the system of corruption. So while we still have the chance, we need to take it and take our country back. That's all I have to say, guys. God bless you. Thank you for having me on. Please feel free to share this anywhere and everywhere you can. I don't know if this is recorded or not, but if so, please share it. And you can pass this along to Jim Hoff or the Gateway Pundit, to anyone who's willing to share it. Please do. I want this message to be out so that people know that I am okay. And even though they're throwing me in the pits of hell right now, I'm still remaining faithful in God, and I can't exaggerate that enough.
Well, I'm glad that you're remaining positive, Isaac, and you just keep that positive attitude. And, we love you out here, and we're standing behind you. You are not forgotten, and we'll be supporting you every step of the way.
Thank you, Tammy. God bless you guys. It's good to hear from you too, Helena. God bless you.
She is listening, but she's at the Hill on a Twitter space, so
gotcha.
I will let her know
that
she didn't hear that, but I will let her know.
Thank you. God bless you guys. Have a great night. I'll hand it back over there.
Bye, Brian.
All right, Tammy. Bye. We'll talk to y'all later.
Love you.
Bye-bye. Love you too. Bye.
I love you, Brian.
I do love him. I love him so much, and I have to tell him every time.
It's like he did not hear because he was in the mood of hanging up the phone. And then now I scream out so that he can, he can really feel that you said it and he hear it with them. That's good.
Might as well do roll call, right? You know, while we're here. Let's see.
That was Brian Jackson.
Yes, that was Brian Jackson and Isaac Stedman. Stedman, that's not who that was. That was Isaac Thomas. Isaac Stedman is an old friend of mine from Katy, Texas. That's funny. Okay, so, anyways, now that I've got all the wrong names, for those lives lost on January 6th, Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan. The next day, Officer Brian Sicknick, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
For those detained, Justin Adams, Howard Adams,
Hero.
Thomas Adams,
Hero.
John Andrews,
Hero.
Tommy Allen,
Hero.
Russell Alford,
Hero.
Daniel Ball,
Hero.
Thomas Ballard,
Hero.
Logan Barnhart,
Hero.
Richard Barnett,
Hero.
Pauline Bauer,
Hero.
Roger Bow,
Hero.
Julio Baquero,
Hero.
Luke Bender,
Hero.
Joe Biggs,
Hero.
Aiden Billiard,
Hero.
Joshua Black,
Hero.
Matthew Bledsoe,
Hero.
Kenneth Bonowitz,
Hero.
Brandon Bradshaw,
Hero.
Nicholas Brokoff,
Hero.
Larry Brock,
Hero.
Jeffrey Brown,
Hero.
Jeremy Brown,
Hero.
Mark Brew,
Hero.
Alan Byerly,
Hero.
Daniel Caldwell,
Hero.
Cale Clayton,
Hero.
Stephen Capuccio,
Hero.
Matthew Caspel,
Hero.
Mick Chan,
Hero.
William Cressman,
Hero.
Eric Christie,
Hero.
Josiah Colt,
Hero.
Mason Corson,
Hero.
Eric Kramer,
Hero.
Matthew De Silva,
Hero.
Nicholas DeCarlo,
Hero.
Nathan DeGrave,
Hero.
David Dempsey,
Hero.
Lucas Denny,
Hero.
Robert Dennis,
Hero.
Timothy DeJargens,
Hero.
Michael Dickinson,
Hero.
Charles Donahoe,
Hero.
Israel Easterday,
Hero.
Michael Eckerman,
Hero.
James Elliott,
Hero.
Daniel E.,
Hero.
Robert Fairchild,
Hero.
Brandon Fellows,
Hero.
Kyle Fitzsimmons,
Hero.
Mitchell Gardner,
Hero.
Robert Gieswein, Vincent Gillespie, John Gordon,
Hero.
James Grant,
Hero.
Matthew Green,
Hero.
Joseph Hackett,
Hero.
Stacey Hager,
Hero.
Timothy Hale,
Hero.
Thomas Hammer,
Hero.
Kenneth Harrelson,
Hero.
Richard Harris,
Hero.
Joshua Haynes,
Hero.
Donald Hazard,
Hero.
Albuquerque Head,
Hero.
Andrew Hernandez,
Hero.
Joshua Hernandez,
Hero.
Eric Herrera,
Hero.
Casey Hopkins,
Hero.
Joshua Hughes,
Hero.
Jared Hughes,
Hero.
Brian Jackson,
Hero.
Raul Jaron,
Hero.
Shane Jenkins,
Hero.
Douglas Jensen,
Hero.
Justin Jersey,
Hero.
Daryl Johnson,
Hero.
David Judd,
Hero.
David Kaufman,
Hero.
Julian Cater,
Hero.
Matthew Kroll,
Hero.
Nicholas Langren,
Hero.
Joshua Lawler,
Hero.
Marcus Malley,
Hero.
Christian Manley,
Hero.
Cody Matisse,
Hero.
James Malt,
Hero.
Christopher Maurer,
Hero.
Mario Matas,
Hero.
Mark Mazza,
Hero.
Ronald McAbee,
Hero.
Patrick McCoffey,
Hero.
James McGrew,
Hero.
David McCoffle,
Hero.
Sean McHugh,
Hero.
Jeffrey McKillop,
Hero.
Kelly Meggs,
Hero.
Jonathan Mellis,
Hero.
Rodney Millstreet,
Hero.
Garrett Miller,
Hero.
Matthew Miller,
Hero.
Jordan Mink,
Hero.
Robert Menuda,
Hero.
Catherine Morrison,
Hero.
David Marshall,
Hero.
Robert Morris,
Hero.
Christopher Moynihan,
Hero.
Sean Price,
Hero.
Christine Priola,
Hero.
Joshua Pruitt,
Hero.
Mahela Pryor,
Hero.
Anthony Puma,
Hero.
Chris Quaglin,
Hero.
Barry Ramey,
Hero.
Guy Reffitt,
Hero.
Zach Reel,
Hero.
William Reed,
Hero.
Stuart Rhodes,
Hero.
Howard Richardson,
Hero.
Thomas Robertson,
Hero.
James Robinson,
Hero.
Michael Roche,
Hero.
Daniel Rodriguez,
Hero.
Greg Rubenacker,
Hero.
Jeffrey Sable,
Hero.
Brian Samsel,
Hero.
Robert Sanford,
Hero.
Ronald Sandlin,
Hero.
Salvador Sandoval, Christian Secor,
Hero.
Hunter Seafried,
Hero.
Kevin Seafried,
Hero.
Grayson Sherrill,
Hero.
Jeffrey Show,
Hero.
Jeffrey Sills,
Hero.
Glenn Simon,
Hero.
Bernard Sir,
Hero.
Mikhail Sly,
Hero.
Charles Smith,
Hero.
Tommy Smith,
Hero.
Patrick Speed,
Hero.
Peter Stager,
Hero.
Shelley Stallings,
Hero.
Davin Steiner,
Hero.
Tristan Stevens,
Hero.
John Strand,
Hero.
Andrew Taki,
Hero.
Enrique Tario,
Hero.
George Tenney,
Hero.
Jacob Sayers,
Hero.
Isaac Thomas,
Hero.
Devlin Thompson,
Hero.
Destin Thompson,
Hero.
Hector Vargas,
Hero.
Edward Vallejo,
Hero.
William Vogel,
Hero.
Jessica Watkins,
Hero.
William Watson,
Hero.
Matthew Webler,
Hero.
Thomas Webster,
Hero.
Jack Wayton,
Hero.
Anthony Williams,
Hero.
Riley Williams,
Hero.
Timothy Williams,
Hero.
Duke Wilson,
Hero.
Ricky Wilden,
Hero.
John Wright,
Hero.
Kyle Young,
Hero.
Philip Young,
Hero.
and those we've lost to suicide, Christopher Georgia, Matthew Perna, Mark Unks, Nord Cheatham, Meacham, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Let's say her name.
Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt.
Was a victim, I'm screaming USA, free the real Jan Sixers. She's a patriot who was let down by the system. I'm screaming for the fallen so nobody will forget them. Air Force veteran, wrapped in a Trump flag, is Trump 24. You know we about to run it back, nothing will stop us. We about to get it right. They can try and try, but the storm is here from dark to light. We got it, yeah, we got it, Shout out Mickey, we could never feel your pain, but just know your daughter's life won't be taken in vain. Shout out Sarah McAfee, yeah, I'm sending you strength. I hope they let your husband out of that prison today. Ashley served in Afghanistan, she served in Iraq, and she died for her country from a senseless attack. Yeah, we waiting for justice, cause Ashley was innocent. Mainstream won't cover it, they all just too ignorant. If a white girl shot a black man, they would say that's different, but the story didn't fit the agenda they pitching. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt, we feeling your energy. Say her name, Ashley Babbitt, this song for your memory. Rest in peace, Ashley got it, 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 say her name, 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 Ashley got it.
I was raised up to believe in the good old USA. It makes my heart swell up with pride when I see old glory wave. If you don't love it, leave it. There ain't no need to put it down. There's a line that you don't cross, and I'm telling you right now. I don't start no shit, won't be none. These colors, they don't run. Why don't you try to burn this one? My love for that red, white, and blue, I take it to my grave. I stand up and salute to the good old USA. Your daddy should have bent you over his knee and busted your ass, son. You and your buddies think you're tough. Why don't you try to burn this one? Kids these days don't understand, freedom still ain't free. The price was paid by the men who died, so we can all live in peace. All your bitching and complaining about the things that you don't have, it's out there if you want it, just gotta get off of your ass. Don't start no shit, won't be none, these colors they don't run. Why don't you try to burn this one? My love for that red, white, and blue, I take it to my grave. I stand up and salute to the good old USA. Your daddy should have bent you over his knee and busted your ass, son. You and your buddies think you're tough. Why don't you try to burn this one? For that red, white, and blue, I take it to my grave. I stand up and salute to the good old USA. Your daddy should have bent you over his knee and busted your ass, son. You and your buddies think you're tough. Why don't you try to burn this one? Why don't you try to burn this one?
This is September 7th, the Independence Day of Brazil. You should have a lot of people around, okay? A lot of people. And now I'm going to show you last year with Bolsonaro. This was last year. Last year with Bolsonaro. And another comparison. On the top, this year on the bottom last year. So going to the 4th of July of Brazil, to the Independence Day, so it was just empty, you see. And yeah, it's because the president came from jail, the current president, you know. He was sentenced for 12 years and he only served about 1 year.
Yeah. People all over the world need to connect the dots, right? The world is controlled by a group of evil. They do things that you cannot even think of, but they do it. Evil, they got controlled by evil. We need to reveal the truth. That's what this J6 is doing. That's our President Trump is doing. Let's get together and reveal the truth. Stay strong. God is with us.
Always, always. It's so sad how empty it looks this year in Brazil. Yeah, empty, totally empty. Totally empty. So this is how it was in Brazil this year. It'll be very funny. Let me make sure they see it.
Yeah, that's good.
You see what happened in Brazil this year? Empty. Just some crazy people. That's the respect that they got from. You see, so Brazilians are making fun of them because they actually they were able to save the country, but they did not. The military people, the soldiers, they turned their face to the right. They were walking in front of the president, so they turned their face so they wouldn't look at him. You see? It's more, now it's gonna show. They turned their face that way because the president was to their left. You see?
Yeah.
So there's some more freedom, you know, than China, for example. Right? Yeah. Because in China they would be, you know, in trouble.
Yeah.
So there's still hope.
There's still hope here
Still hope.
in the States.
Yeah,
As well
yeah.
in Brazil. Yes.
China too. I never know, but I see. But
China.
It's interesting that, for example, North Korea. They had a footage of North Korea celebrating that they put a nuclear know that the military is very upset.
Yeah, they will always hope because God.
Yeah. I'm gonna show them the same thing on this camera.
Okay.
Hey, all right, hold on 1 second. Let me do the 3-minute announcement. Hold on 1 second. 3 minutes! 3 minutes! Hey, I'm back. What's going on?
How the heck are ya?
Just another day alive, kicking. I did some workout and stressed my shoulder to the point where it's in pain, but, well, hopefully it heals up. Other than that, just another day in here. How about you guys?
It's a nice night out here. We have no opposition. It almost rained, but then it didn't. But we were prepared for the rain anyway, so.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so we're just out here enjoying this nice kind of breezy weather. The mosquitoes aren't biting so bad tonight, so we won't all go home with whelps, except for Lily. Lily always gets bit by mosquitoes because she has the sweetest blood.
She is the sweetest, yes, yes. Yeah, I had a very nice visit today. It was good. A lot of guys had very good visits today. So, being a Friday, good as it gets in here. The Proud Boys that were supposed to leave, they didn't. There was some paperwork issue, so they ended up coming back either this morning or whatnot. I'm not even sure what time. And so they're back here. They don't know. Well, nobody knows what their itinerary is. So, but they're back here, and you know, we're just hanging out, enjoying our time with them. And we 1 minute left for the anthem, so let me make the announcements and do what I do. So, hold that shit off. Hold on.
All right.
1 minute!
1 minute, guys.
1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute. I know, right? Where is he at?
Three, two, one. Oh, can you see the dawn? Was so proudly we there at this twilight sea. Bruce was and bright stars. Watch it, I'll start doing some of the old school scat stuff. Get you guys going, howdy, 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 ho. I forget who did that.
So I don't have a lot of news for you tonight. I actually don't have any news for you tonight. I didn't read anything good.
Oh my God.
I know, Tommy tried to send me something, but I didn't get a chance to look at it before you called.
Okay. I have a little something.
Okay.
It's something that's coming out, I believe, in October. I don't know anything other than what somebody told me in here. And it's a documentary, and it's called PoliceStateFilm.net. That's all I know. I haven't heard anything about it. Maybe you guys can look it up and give me some intel about it, but it's supposed to have a lot of stuff about, let's say, J6, some FBI stuff in there, some stuff against Trump, about how the sincere media, perhaps, just the weaponization of the DOJ. I really kind of talking out my, left field, because the guy that told me this said he just heard about it. So see if you can look it up. PoliceStateFilm.net.
I'll check it out. See what I can find, and I'll let you know tomorrow, because that's how I do things a day late.
That's how you roll. That's how you roll.
That's right. It's Friday.
Right,
I don't feel like doing anything. I'm just kidding. I did a lot today. So.
Yeah, I had a very nice visit today with Dwight. It was really, as usual, good, informative. He lets me just talk, kind of, I won't say vent, but just kind of talk a lot, and then he gives me his spiritual guidance in certain ways, and it's a very, very nice visit today. Other than that, yeah, the only other thing I've got, let's see, is one of the many rumors is that somebody said that there is something brewing that's supposed to happen around the end of Rosh Hashanah. And once again, I said, what? And they looked at me and said, don't know, but something. Okay. So once again, I would say either the trolls are busy or someone has their finger on something and they're being quiet. I don't know. I'm trying to see if this links up with anything you guys might know or heard about there.
I haven't heard anything about anything like that, but I'll do some investigative research. I'm off tomorrow, so I don't go to the court and I don't go to visit, so I'll be able to find out some news information for you.
Alrighty, wonderful. Speaking of that, does Tommy Tatum or David Valentine, they got anything interesting?
Well, neither of them are here. Tommy is working on some other projects with the footage and having access to the footage. With his meeting with the master's office earlier this week, he was given access to all of the footage. So I think there's something else going on the 25th that he's going to be doing with Eric Clark, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was with Eric Clark, and I'll have to find out more details about what that is. And David is already back home in Ohio for how long, I'm not sure. And that's really all I know. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you. Light just came flying down at me.
All right. Let's see. The only other thing that I'm trying to hunt down is that one thing about Hines, Mississippi. What I've got here is a Democrat county supervisor named David Archie challenged primary election results after discovering massive election fraud. Quote, "We have videotapes of Jacques Amos going into boxes, bringing in thumb drives, bringing in ballots to be inserted into the machine." So that was one thing I haven't been able to hunt down, if that's current or if that was old news and someone just resurfaced. Don't know.
I haven't heard that about the Mississippi thing yet, but I have heard that there's still some really hotly contested stuff going on in Georgia, and I didn't get to read the entire article, so I can't really speak a whole lot on it, but it has to do with something like 220,000 votes or ballots. So again, that's another thing that's on my list to check out. I have a lot of homework this weekend, unfortunately.
It's pass-fail class, so you can kind of just go loosey-goosey with it, right?
Well, I try to be a little bit informed, but it's hard when I don't ever look at the news. So.
You mean when you don't do the homework, you have a hard time with the test? Is that it?
I do have a hard time with the test because I don't do the homework. So I'm trying to get better at it and be more informed so that I can inform you guys.
So any of you kids out there listening, do your homework. I'll help with the test. Just saying.
And if anybody wants to send me cliff notes, that's good too.
I don't know if anybody even knows what cliff notes are anymore.
Well, the older generations do, so if any of you older generations want to send me some cliff notes on newsworthy stuff at any time, send it.
Send it, yeah.
I can always
anything
use the
newsworthy? Good.
I'm just saying I can always use the help when it comes to news.
Right. The only other thing I've got here is that there is talk and discussion about another indictment or a superseding indictment for Hunter that should be coming out at the end of the month. I don't know if you've gotten any intel or info on that. If you haven't done your homework, I'm guessing the answer is no, but that's okay.
I actually do know about that one. Thank you. I do know about that one.
Oh, bonus round.
I know. He will be re-indicted for the gun charge. I just don't know what is happening with the IRS charges yet. There should be some tax evasion charges and some fraud and stuff like that coming down the pike, but we'll see what happens. He is being re-indicted on the 25th of September for the gun charge.
Okay, so you put that on the calendar, the 25th. Somebody else, speaking of other dates, again, just telling you what people have told me in here is that not only are we waiting for something to happen on Rosh Hashanah, which I believe is the 17th, but then there's somebody else that said, it's also the fall equinox. So once again, I said, what does that mean? And they said, don't know, it's just something like cosmic. So, just going from the left hand to the right hand. And the what? Say it again?
Is that it could be something, it could be nothing.
That's right. One time I lost my keys and my gal, I came inside the house and she said, where'd you put the keys? And I said, I don't know, I'm looking for them. funny. She goes, either they're inside or they're outside.
Profound.
We still joke about that to this day. So, what else is there? And then we also have the EBS to look forward to, and we all on October 4th, and the potential for the government shutdown sometime at the end of the month. If McCarthy and Congress don't see eye to eye. Go ahead.
I'm sure they'll figure out some way to make it work at the last hour, you know.
I don't know. The Congress seems to be, wanting to talk stuff. I don't think they ever do it, especially with them being the Republicans that they're known for, having a strong backbone. But when you're dealing with the uniparty, that's what you get. I'm not saying
you have 1 minute remaining.
There are some strong Republicans, but they're definitely the minority. So, anyways, we have less than 1 minute left. You got any words of wisdom?
Everybody needs to get involved, get activated, get engaged. Where it start at the smallest level. Write a letter, call a congressman, write your state representative, do something. Because if you do nothing, you'll lose everything.
That's right. If you do nothing, you lose everything. That's actually well said. Very well said. All right. I'm going to say ditto to that. And I'm going to say thank you guys out there for all you do. Thank you for the people that come visit us. Thank you for the people that write us. And the pen is mightier than the sword. And God bless you guys. And God bless America.
God bless you, Jeff. We love you, Patriot.
Hey, love you guys too. All right. Good night.
All right. Time for that last song of the night, the one we do so well. The one that's easier to sing on some nights than others.
What a night, huh?
Come on, y'all. You want to sing it? All right. Karaoke.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the more of all the things were gone that I worked for my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thanks my lucky star to be living here today, 'cause this flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American. Well, at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American. Well, at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. I'm proud to be an American. Well, at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her
USA.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out tonight. As every night, y'all are amazing patriots.
Yeah.
Everybody here on the corner, as well as in the live streams, we love you so much. We can't do this without you.
Yeah.
You pray for us, and we'll pray for you. And even if you don't pray for us, we're gonna pray for you.
We'll pray for each other. Yes, yes, patriots. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah,
Love
same
you guys.
time as usual. And have a good night's sleep. God bless you, patriots. Yes, yes. Thank you all.
Jesus. Or
Yes.
Jesus, right?
No, that one.
Here, Jesus.
Jesus
Jesus.
is the way.
Oh, Jesus up here?
Although the same thing. Yeah, Jesus is our Lord.
Jesus
is Lord.
is the Lord.
Jesus is our Lord. Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Jesus
yeah.
is the way.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, all the patriots up there. Night night. And
Bye bye. Good night.
yes. God bless every one of you. Only patriots. Yep. All right.
Jesus saves.
And
That's right.
yep. God bless you and bless America.
Maybe tomorrow I'll remember to put the new
Goodbye.
microphone in the box.